Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTbase.com. Welcome to your weekly CO2 review. Today we're going to be looking at the 7th Commitments of Traders report of 2021. But before I start the review, for all of you out there who are new to this report, here at COTbase.com we offer a lot of educational material that you can look through to better understand what this Commitments of Traders report is all about. We also have some very useful videos too that you can watch and learn about this wonderful report. So back to the review, and as usual we're going to start off by looking at the largest changes in commercials positions. We've got lean hogs on top of our list with a 21% change in commercials positions. You can see that change side on the chart over there. That's that 21%, greater than average, no question about that, suggesting some weakness coming early next week. Moving on to a 5 years chart, you can see that it is not only the change signal that is a little bit bearish, but it's also the extreme that is becoming more and more bearish. You can see here on this 5 years chart the most bearish extreme that we had, that was building up for a few weeks just at that top and eventually shifted the market lower. Now you can see that we're not that far away from those levels. Of course, this could continue on for a few more weeks before we reach that extreme. But nevertheless, it's a stress level that is significant, and we should have our eyes on lean hogs. The next market that we're going to look at is crude oil, the Brent crude to be specific, with a 15% change in commercials positions. The change size is visible over there. I would not see this to be such a huge change. It is, of course, larger than average. There's no question about that, but I wouldn't be, falling back on my chair because of the magnitude of that signal. So going over to the 5 years chart, we can examine the extreme situation. It is more or less in between the two extremes. Here you can see a beautiful bearish extreme example just at that top, and then we have some bullish extremes, and we're more or less in between those two. So I would actually move on from this market in search for better opportunities. Rough rice is the next market for this review. 13% change over there in commercials positions, 15 in large speculators. You can see that the change size, once again, nothing huge. It is showing some bullishness in the market, but really not that much. And we've already seen some rise happening this week, so maybe not something we want to act upon. Moving on to the 5 years chart, we are close to bearish extreme levels. Of course, this 5 years chart, due to that spike in the price, not that visible, but there is plenty of space left for the market to go down, and we are in that territory. So the report suggests we may see in the medium to long term some weakness coming. Moving on to large speculators, COT Extreme, we've got the Euro British Pound pair on top of our list with 104 report extreme in large speculators. That extreme is visible over there. It is, of course, more bearish. We've seen greater bearish extremes in the past, but by past, what do we mean? If we switch to the max chart, you can see that actually this report just goes back to 2015. So if I were trading Euro British Pound at the moment, I would definitely look at the Euro futures market COT report and then the British Pound separately to come to a conclusion, see the weakness. So it's good we have a report here, but I wouldn't put too much emphasis on this specific report just because of the very little history that we have in the COT report. Okay, the next market, live cattle. We have a 91 report extreme over there, and of course this 5 years chart helps us better see that. It is a bearish extreme, no question about that. Could be a bit larger. You can see we've had larger extremes. Nevertheless, after this rally, we are not surprised to see this bearishness in the market. We had a bullish extreme back over here in March of 2020, just before the market bottomed, and of course we've seen some rise happening since. And as that's happening, of course, we're not surprised to see traders positioning themselves accordingly. And last but not least, a bullish picture in gold. So one might think that we are at high levels, and we the report might suggest some weakness coming, but actually, if you look at the charts, we had a bearish extreme in February, so basically a year ago, just before we had that drop in the market. But since then, we've moved away from those levels. Large speculators were not at this level for 87 reports, roughly 87 weeks, of course. So that just means that there is some space left for this market to go even higher. The report itself does not say we should be expecting a top soon. Of course, I would expect the report to change. If traders started pushing the price higher, we might see commercials going down, increasing their net short positions while large speculators increasing their net long positions. And of course, we may reach an extreme where we should start, expecting a change. But that's not what the report is telling me at the moment. Okay, that was all for this review. Of course, we're showing you a brief picture of markets in these weekly reviews. But don't forget, here at COTbase.com, we offer a lot of very, very useful tools, and not just tools, but the newest COT report types that are available at CFTC, all the data types, plus the options only, which is something unique and I believe only accessible at COTbase.com. You can analyze all sorts of data sets if you want. If you're interested in a specific market, let's say the Australian dollar, you choose that market and you'll see a bunch of very, very useful data sets that you can analyze separately. So if you're interested in open interest, you can actually click on that, open the Australian dollar, and beneath that you will see open interest for futures only, futures and options. Of course, you can take those down if you don't want to. If you want to look only at, let's say, options only, open interest, you can do that. So there's a lot of very, very useful tools here at your disposal. And by the way, we've got some very, very useful indicators as well that you might want to check out. The COTbase Pro indicator that you can use in NinjaTrader. Basically, all the tool sets that we have on our website is available in Ninja. If you want, you can check out our newest indicator, the ICOT Intraday Indicator, which offers you tools that you can really use in short-term trading. Very, very useful tools here. So I appreciate your attention. Thank you very much for being with me. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you can. That would definitely be very helpful to us. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a great weekend. Take care. Goodbye.